Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Tunnel. And this is a new foreign language film from Northern Europe, focusing on a car pileup in a 6-mile long tunnel, and all of the emergency services who have to kick into gear to try to save the people in there, including having fireman Stein, played by Bjorn Har, who's the character, his daughter, is on a bus in that tunnel. So the film has enough of this basic setup here, this emotional kind of connection for us to be a little bit invested in this story. And the film has a nice pace to it, a nice zip to it, a nice setup and visual flair from director Paul Oyi, and in general, it's a pretty decently well-made film. Some of the effects are not great. There's definitely lacking in the special effects department, especially for the fire. There's a lot of fire in this film, and CGI fire is really hard to make look good, so that's a little bit lacking. But this film builds really solid tension throughout. It has a good enough, effective setup for us as an audience to feel connected to these characters and to have some kind of emotional investment, even if it's just Thorbjorn Har's character's daughter being that crux for us. Obviously, they're human beings in there, so on some level we're going to want them to be safe, but at least we have that little bit of extra anchorage there for us to make that connection and have an emotional thought as well towards the characters. And it's an effective, well-made, and well-paced, well-structured little disaster movie, I guess. And if you want to categorize it as that, it is definitely a disaster. Having this giant backup with explosions inside a 6-mile underground tunnel that goes through a mountain, yeah, I think it's a bit of a disaster. Because the film plays off in a disaster movie kind of fashion. There's always the next thing in the road, the next roadblock, that next thing that's going to stop us from getting to the end and saving everybody. And it's a really effective and well-realized story, done in an effective technical way, and gives us enough emotional connection for us to care a bit. So I think in the end, The Tunnel is a fun in the thrilling sense ride that you can hop onto virtual cinemas right now, and for an hour and 40 some odd minutes, get enough thrills and intrigue for us to go on a little bit of a roller coaster ride right into a tunnel, deep into a mountain, throwing explosions, throwing some deadly gas, and we have ourselves an interesting little foreign language thriller. And I think it's worth checking out, especially if you're a fan of the genre and you can enjoy a good disaster movie and want some thrills on, say, a Friday or Saturday night. But those are my thoughts on The Tunnel. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.